highest common factor. So what is the highest common factor of a group of numbers? The highest common factor is the largest factor that is common between two or more numbers. Is the largest factor that is common between two or more numbers. So the highest common factor of two or more numbers is the largest factor that is common between two or more numbers. So let's look at an example. Let's find the highest common factor, the H.C.F of 24 and 36. So let's find the HCF of 24 and 36. So there are two ways of doing it, but let's look at the one way, which is not the common way of getting it done, but let's just look at it. Let's consider 24. Let's write down all the factors of 24. The factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. All these numbers can divide 24 without leaving a remainder. So they are factors of 24. So let's look at the factors of 36. The factors of 36 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36. So these are the factors of 24 and 36. So remember, we have written the factors. So now let's circle the common factors. Common factors. So 1 is common here. 2 is also common. 3 is common. 4 is common. 6 is common. 12 is common. So these are the common factors of 24 and 36. But among these common factors, which one is the highest? Highest common factor. So you first get the factors, then you look for those that are common among the two values. Then out of those numbers, you pick the highest. So the highest is 12. 1 is common, 2 is common, 3 is common, 4 is common, 6 is common, 12 is common. But among all that are common, 12 is the highest common. So the HCF is equal to 12. So this is just an elementary way of getting the job done. But let's look at another way of doing it. So our HCF is 36. Sorry, our HCF is 12. So let's see if we are also going to get 12 when we use another way. So what we are going to do is we're going to break down these two numbers by dividing them by prime numbers. Dividing them by prime numbers. So let's break them down. You break them down separately. So we are breaking 24 down. We break 24 down until we have 1. So we start from the smallest prime number that can divide 24. And that smallest prime number is 2. So 24 divided by 2 is going to give us 12. We divide by 2 again. 12 divided by 2 is going to give us 6. We can divide by 2. 6 divided by 2 gives us 3. We can no longer divide by 2, so we divide by 3. 3 divided by 3, 1. So that brings us to the final point. So now we break 36 down separately. Dividing it by 2, 36 divided by 2 is going to give us 18. 18 can be divided by 2. 18 divided by 2 gives us 9. 9 cannot be divided by 2, so we divide by 3. 9 divided by 3 gives us 3. And finally, 3 divided by 3 gives us 1. So now let's write these numbers here. Let's write these numbers here. So 24 is the same thing as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. That's 24. If you multiply these numbers, you get 24. 2 multiplied by 2 is going to give us 4. 4 multiplied by 2 is going to give us 8. 8 multiplied by 3 is going to give us 24. So it's the same thing. 36. 36 is the same thing as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. That's going to give us 36. So now you circle the numbers that are common. 2 and 3 are not common, but 3 and 3 are common, so we'll circle it. Okay. So these numbers that we have brought, that we put in a circle, we bring them together. 2 times 2 times 3. And what do we have? 2 times 2 gives us 4. 4 times 3 gives us 12. So we can still see that the HCF is equal to 12. Okay. So doing it this way, you're also going to get 12. Let's try out larger numbers. Using this method, we are going to use this method to solve for larger numbers. So we want to find the HCF of 56 and 72. So when finding the HCF, we are going to be breaking them down separately. So 56. So we divide them by prime numbers. So we start from 2. 56 divided by 2 is going to give us 28. We can still divide by 2. 28 divided by 2 is going to give us 14. We can still divide 14 by 2. 14 divided by 2 is going to give us 7. And then 7 divided by 2 is not possible. The next prime number is 3. 3 cannot divide 7 without a remainder, so we cannot use 3. The next prime number is 5. We cannot use 5, so we use 7. So 7 divided by 7 is 1. Okay, so we have broken down 56 to 1. So now let's break down 72. 72 divided by 2 is 36. 36 divided by 2 is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. We can no longer divide by 2, so we divide by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And 3 divided by 3 is 1. So now we're going to write 56 as a product of these numbers here. So 56 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 7. And then 72 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. So we circle the values that are common. 2 is common. 2 is common. 2 is common. So here we have 7, we don't have 7 here. Here we have 3, we don't have 3 over here. So we are going to have 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. So the HCF is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, and that will give us 8. So the HCF of these two numbers is 8. So let's try out one more example, and then we call it a day in today's class. So HCF of 72, 96, and 120. So let's look at 72. So we have 72. So we are dividing by 2. 72 divided by 2 is going to give us 36. 36 divided by 2 is going to give us 18. 18 divided by 2 is going to give us 9. 9 cannot be divided by 2, so we divide by 3. 9 divided by 3 is going to give us 3. And 3 divided by 3 is going to give us 1. So next we break down 96. So 96 divided by 2 is going to give us 48. 48 divided by 2 is going to give us 24. 24 divided by 2 is going to give us 12. 12 divided by 2 is going to give us 6. 6 divided by 2 is going to give us 3. And 3 divided by 3 is going to give us 1. Okay. So we've broken down 72 and 96. So the next one is 120. So 120 divided by 2 is 60. 60 divided by 2 is going to give us 30. 30 divided by 2 is going to give us 15. 15 cannot be divided by 2, so we go with 3. So we have 3. 15 divided by 3 is going to give us 5. And 5 divided by 5 is going to give us 1. Okay. So now let's write these values as a product of their factors. So 72 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. And then we have 96 is equal to 2 multiplied by 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 3. And also 120 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5. So now let's bring the values that are common together. We have 2 here. We have 2 here. We also have 2 here. So do we have any other thing that is common? We have 3, 3, 3. So 3 is common. So 3 is common. So that means we have, I'm going to write it here because there's no space down there. So we have H.C.F is equal to 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. Okay, so 2 multiplied by 2 gives us 4. 4 multiplied by 2 gives us 8. And 8 multiplied by 3 gives us 24. That means the HCF of this number is 24. So that gives us the answer to the question.